Hi, me, Adam Hanna here with another Bassoon Basics video. This is the reed. Now the reed comes in a variety of lengths and widths, and it's important that you as a young developing bassoon player gets a reed that is balanced. Now, if you're buying reeds with specified strengths, I would go with a medium soft to save yourself trouble later. It's important that you keep the reed in a well-ventilated reed case. Don't keep it in a plastic tube that may come with your bassoon. Instead, if you have an Altoids case or something similar to it, and you poke holes in the top, that'll keep the reed ventilated and safe. Now, it's important that you soak the reed in water. Now, we don't want it to get waterlogged, so when you put the reed in a cup of water, filled maybe to here, not too much water, you can soak the entirety of the reed and you'll just place it inside the water. Place it inside the cup with the water. Now, don't keep it in there for more than 2 minutes or your reed will become waterlogged. While we let the reed sit, take your case, place it so that the latches open to the top and the logo of your bassoon is also on top. You don't want to open your case upside down. That would be a very bad day. Open up your bassoon case and take out the boot. The boot is the bottommost part of the instrument. It is also worth noting around this step of the process to take your seat strap, and you'll want to place your seat strap so that it's angled backwards with the part that holds the bassoon, the cup part, facing back. Okay? Now, to stop it from sliding off your seat, sit down as you would in a natural posture, and the friction between your butt and the seat against the seat strap will keep it secure. Now we have our boot. Take your long joint, and you're going to take the smaller bore of the ends, the smaller one, and you're going to put it inside of the bigger hole of the boot. Now it's important to note that the keys on the back should face the same direction as the big pancake key on the back of the boot. Careful when you're twisting and inserting the long joint into the boot. You don't want to put too much pressure on on the rods or the keys. Now, you can take your wing joint, which is the smaller of what's left, and you'll notice how it has a kind of circular indent into the side of the wing joint. Now that is going to go up against the long joint, just like that. Take the bore with the cork, the bottom cork, and you're going to place it inside the smaller hole of the boot. Okay, and you want to get a firm grip, but be careful of the rods and the keys. You don't want to apply too much pressure. Okay, and you'll just push, maybe a little bit of a twist. Okay. Now, at this stage in the game, you'll have both the long joint and the wing joint inside the boot. Now all you have to do is get this locking mechanism to go inside that small little hole at the top of the wing joint. If it's not in proper alignment, twist either the long joint, so that time I had to twist the long joint inwards a little bit, but you can also twist the wing joint outwards a little bit so that the locking mechanism pops in effectively. Now, here we have our whisper key mechanism. See that? It's coming off the top. That's interesting. Well, we'll get there in a second because first we have to put on our bell, and the bell's pretty straightforward. Here we have our key. It extends down, twist it on the top of the long joint so that both mechanism extending up from the top of the long joint and down from the bell line up together. If you wiggle this key here, you should notice that the bell key opens. If it does, you know you did it right. Now, going back to the whisper key, which we mentioned earlier, here we have our bocal. Our bocal you should always hold like this. Don't hold it down here or hold it back here. Hold it here. This is the most secure and safe way to hold the bocal because it's fragile and it might bend. The hole in the top of the wing joint you'll just carefully put the bocal inside, okay? So we can hold it like this as well, as long as the hand is supporting the bocal all the way in. And you'll want it so that the hole on the right side of the bocal lines up with the whisper key. So we have our hole on the right side of the bocal and the whisper key, which opens and closes it. Great, we are almost there. If you have your reed in your water, now would be a great time to take your reed out of the water. Okay. And you can go ahead and take your bassoon and place it inside of the cup on the right side of your belt, your support strap. And it should just sit in there and remain in position. And at this point, you can take your reed and you're going to carefully put it onto the end facing you of the bocal, just like that. Now, it's important at this step, you don't want to be facing this way with your head, but if you turn your reed so that it's flat and your bassoon is at a little bit of an angle, but the reed is parallel to the ground. And this will allow you to bring the bassoon up to your face, the reed into the mouth, and your head to naturally be balanced on the AO joint, right? And your head not to be bent leftward or rightward, just straightforward, natural posture. So now we get to go to the fun part, which is making noise on the bassoon. Your hand placement, you'll see there's, if you wrap your left hand around the leftward part of the bassoon, okay? Your first finger will go on the first hole, your second finger on the second hole, and your third finger will go on the key that kind of looks like a B or a flat sign, okay? Will go, your third finger will go on that key, and your left hand wraps around. You'll notice that the 4 keys that were mentioned earlier, the bottom one moves the whisper key. Your thumb, your left thumb, should press and rest against that key. It won't press that key all the time, but just know that for a majority of the notes that we're going to play at the beginning, your thumb should press the whisper key. Now on the right hand, you'll notice that there are 2 holes and 1 or 2 sliver keys below those. Your first finger on your right hand will go against the first hole on the bottom. Your third finger, your middle finger, will go on the second hole, and your third finger will go against the other. Will go against the bottom sliver key, or the sliver key if your bassoon only has 1. Okay, and it'll look like this. Okay. Okay, so now we're ready to play a note. For bassoon embouchure, okay, we want to think oo for lips and corners, oo, and o for our oral cavity. Nice open. Okay, if we take the reed off the bassoon, put it in our mouth, we want to roll the bottom lip in, right? We're double lipping here, but we don't want to have the lip all the way rolled over top of the teeth. It's a roll, and it's going to cushion the reed from the top and bottom lip, but we're not rolling the bottom lip all the way over the bottom teeth. So if we put the reed in, take a deep breath, lower the bottom jaw, o, oo. So you can get a variety of pitches, a little bit of that multi-layered sound called a crow. Okay, that's a good sound to shoot for. You can also get many varieties of sound on the reed by itself. The goal is to get the crow. Now we can put the reed back on the bassoon, and the note that we're going to learn today is C. So C is 1, 2, and 3 of the left hand. You don't have to worry about the right hand, and the whisper key. Okay, and so natural posture, balanced on the rockers, AO joint, balanced head. Bring the bassoon to you. Okay, breathe oo, o. Okay, play that one more time with me. Congratulations, you just played your first note on bassoon. Next time, we will talk a little bit more about air support, more about posture, and we'll dive deeper into some technical challenges and some more notes as well. So I'll see you next time. This was Bassoon Basics with Adam. See you later.